Hello.
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 Hey,
Hey.
can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear
So
me?
far, do you have like, huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I was just seeing one patient. I just finished.
Hang on a second. Please on.
What was that?
I'm back.
Okay, good. So what's the topic of the day? What should we talk about?
I think
Family.
the topic of today is when patients can't find providers that they need.
Okay.
So, because like I said, that one that I was telling you about today, having some issues.
Finding the provider.
Hello.
Hello, I hear Bray.
Hold on, wait. I want to send this link to this woman I spoke with today. Her daughter is in treatment, but giving her extremely hard time. Hold on. Amy, do me a favor. I'm gonna send you Maureen's number. And send her the link.
All right, what?
Share
We need
contact
to figure out
with
how we
Amy.
can email or send text message.
What's that? We're
Email
supposed
or text message.
We're supposed to
Hold on, same link for.
It is really
Bright. What do you want to watch real quick? Because I gotta pay attention.
I like to watch. I like this one.
This one?
Yes.
All right. Very sorry. All right. Did you send it to her, Aim?
Yeah.
Okay, so that person is going to be potentially joining our meetings. I don't know about tonight because it's really short notice, but I did talk to her about it.
Yeah.
She's going through a very, very, very hard time with her. She's going through a very hard time with her 19-year-old daughter. So her and her boyfriend were living in a tent in North Philadelphia. And the daughter kept telling the mother, I'm not getting high. I just smoke weed. But like money was going missing, jewelry was going missing. Brayley, can you please go in the other room for a second? Please? Good job. She was just so they finally agreed to go to treatment, but they agreed to go together. So it was a boyfriend and a girlfriend. You know, that's toxic right there. You can't do the two together. You cannot be in a relationship while you're in recovery. It's not It's not recommended
Yeah.
or suggested for that matter. So they
Uh-huh.
agreed to go to Epiphany treatment. But isn't that an outpatient program where you can live in a sober living home?
Where's
Is
that at?
That's in Seoul. That's off of it's off of 42. Epiphany?
Oh, okay. Is it like a rehab program or what is it then?
Is it a what?
Rehab program, outpatient rehab
I think
program?
it's an outpatient IOP program, but they can reside in a sober living home while they do the treatment.
Okay.
But I don't know how she did that because I thought you have to detox off of the drugs before you could be in a sober living home. So I don't know
thought
if things might have
oh.
changed. So I don't know.
COVID changed a lot of like a lot of different things.
It did.
But like I was, talking to Dr. A, I have a friend, her brother's having issues finding a place to go to for mental health.
Hmm.
To the point to where, it's breaking up his family.
I think mental health is by itself one of the reasons why
People self
patients have issues with getting the help they need.
right.
And that is something of a matter that I think mental health is not being addressed in the proper way as it's supposed to be.
I agree.
Right.
I agree.
And with mental health, I think there are a lot of
Amazing.
options for treatment, but part of that is therapy, and a lot of people are not talking to properly with therapists to get the help they need, number one. And the second part is medication, and a lot of people are on not the right medications that can control their symptoms. So it's a combination of a lot of things, and then at the same time they need the family support, which is also something that then that is still a issue with
So
some.
also, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say also a contributing factor for people that need dual diagnosis is the issue with insurances. Some people in some facilities don't want to participate. Well, not saying they don't want to. So they will participate with state insurance, but you get a very short-lived stay at a rehab facility. So no sooner do you get into the program and you start getting into the swing of things, they're discharging you and putting you out either in sober living, intense IOP, or whatever the case may be, when they really need that close monitoring facility. Like they need to be monitored. They need to be continuously monitored in a secure, controlled environment where their meds can be worked out, their treatment plan can be worked out, and they're not like, trying to like rush, you're with the counselor, for what, 10 days, and they're trying to come up with a solution to solve your problems that you've had for 10 years. It's not realistic. So that's another contributing factor.
I know a big issue that we found with a family member, that when that person was discharged from rehab, there was nobody to control her medications because no doctors, the primary care doctors didn't want to write for it. And she had Medicaid insurance. So, and it was just like, oh, well, you're not trying. Well, when you watch somebody sit on the phone for, 8 hours a day, trying to, get this one and get that one to see if they have a program, or you got to wait like 3 months. Like, what good is that doing? Like there should be help immediately when they walk out the door. Like it should already be set up that, let's just say somebody's getting discharged from Maryville. Dr. A knows that this patient is on, medications that, generally we don't write as PCP anymore. But, Dr. A is going to control it until the patient gets into, a psychiatrist or something like that. These other, like, doctors are so scared to, practice outside of their field anymore now, because it's people just doctor hop, and it's not easy because they're like, oh, well, it's, you're writing this prescription for this patient. Why are you writing this prescription for this patient and this and this? And it's just like, because the patient needs the treatment.
Here is, I think, part of the problem. Like, I think part of the problem is, number one, as you mentioned, the healthcare insurance itself is a problem. Like, the healthcare is not giving people, like, providers are not getting covered for mental health. Like if you have a person with a mental health issue, is not getting covered by insurance. So it is a problem with, like, the state in general. Like, they don't see the value of treating mental health as such. Like, they will be okay with treating or keeping people in prison for years and years. That's no problem. But keeping someone and giving them mental health, like half of the, probably the population that is incarcerated doesn't need to be incarcerated. They need mental health. That is
Right.
That's an issue on its own. And like, we have a system which in sense is broken up. Like, it's not addressing the help that you need, is not providing enough providers, it's not providing enough therapists, it's not providing enough this thing. So when you do end up going to a therapist, after a 4 months waiting period, he just has 50 minutes for you, number one. But
Right.
part of the problem is the liability. Like, if you look at the liability of what the providers have to go through, like, honestly, like, that is a major problem. Like, the liability that the state insurance throws on the providers, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would any provider take a chance with treating this thing? The minute you say that I saw Mr. So and so and he had this issue and he ended up killing himself, or he ended up having a suicide, guess who is liable for that? The provider. Like, you saw him 3 days ago. What did you do? Why didn't you treat him? What was the question? Like, same thing with emergency rooms. But part of the thing is, there is not enough help. Like, people are getting discharged from emergency room from crisis because there is not enough mental health beds, there is not enough mental health facilities. So that is why you are dealing with this thing. And the system is made in such a way that it is like a revolving cycle. Like, people go through 10 different rehabs, they go through 10 different outpatient, inpatient, but the system is not communicating with each other, number one. Insurances are not dealing with the problems, providers are not communicating, and at the end of the day, you have insurances that sees everybody as a number. Okay, you are number 551 and you got your 15 hours of therapy. End of the day. That's it.
Yeah. And that's just it. I mean, it needs to change. It's not going to change, but it needs to change because, I mean, like, I know, when Jeffrey had issues, like, Jeffrey needed like I forget what the doctor, he was like some type of sports neurologist, and he was the concussion specialist, because of the simple fact that, Jeffrey's personality. Leave her alone. Go somewhere. Oh yeah, you could join us, John. Come on. Oh, he can't hear. So like, the concussion specialist or whoever it was, like, he was a sports neurologist, I think. And he specialized in the CTE. Remember when Jeffrey hit his head, what was he, like 13? And we ran over to the ER real quick, and he, thought it was so cool that he had it on video. And then his personality snapped. We had him in a psych ward 2 weeks later. I mean, I think that is so common and it's happening more and more.
True. Like concussion and TBI is a major problem. Like you have kids at a young age playing sports, contact sports, which is on its own a huge problem, with people ending up with concussions and traumatic brain injury. Like, and it is leading to emotional behavior problems in a lot of people
Right.
with long lasting effects.
And that's why my 4-year-old won't go back on that dirt bike, Amy.
Oh, shut it. She's fine. She had a helmet on. My son didn't have a helmet on. I told Dr. A about it today.
Oh my gosh.
But I think like you look at these people playing like baseball or football, and
Played football.
yeah, football, and like they really bang into each other like crazy. Like it is insane. You're not making anybody tough. Like you are exposing like to trauma, physical trauma that is going to affect them in the long run by affecting their emotions, by affecting their comprehension in different ways.
But what happens if you really like football?
Well, I think here is the thing. Like, I think everything in moderation is fine, number one. But like, I think is about practicing to be good at it without getting injured. That is the key, and using proper protective equipment. Like, it's just like when you are trying to fly a plane and you don't know how to fly a plane, and if you didn't take a proper guidance and all that, and you're trying to fly, you're going to crash the plane.
Right.
Same thing with football. Like, I think part of the issue with a lot of people are they're not professionals, but they want.
Too is that, so I know with our league here, one of the biggest things is when the coaches, like, this is back when Jeffrey still played. I don't know how it is now, because I know Jameson was given, helmets that didn't fit him properly. So, but I know, like, we had concussion helmets, so they were safe, but the coaches were trained how to put them on the kids, how to measure their heads and stuff like that. And it's like continuously following that protocol. I mean, but still, these kids are going to fall. They're going to get hit. That's one of the things they do when they tackle. It's just, actually having the access. And, I know that Jeffrey had multiple concussions from playing football. So it's like that football player, Aaron Hernandez. Look at him. His personality changed so bad from having that head injury, and he killed somebody and then ended up in jail and then killed himself.
Yeah. No, true. Like, I think part of the thing is we are becoming a society of competition, and like everybody is trying to compete to be the best in a particular sport or a particular this thing. But at the end of the day, like, what it is causing is people taking shortcuts, ending up with concussions, ending up with injuries, which is a huge problem.
Right. And it's just like, you ever wonder if there was like a study done of, like, the kids are starting to use drugs younger and younger. And it's like, Gina, can you hear us?
Yeah.
But on Wednesday morning, we could
Dr.
see
Ray is a very good friend of mine.
right here as a warm front lifts through. Light wintry mix chance early. That means
So we have Gina. Hi, how are you? Thank you for joining us.
So her brother, we were discussing get him care that he needs, but he's in PA, the resources. Felicia, what was the place that you had just said that was over there or something? Was it over
Where?
PA?
Huh?
It wasn't in PA, right?
What?
Hold on. John said, hold on 1 second. We're hung up, aren't we?
I just restarted my phone.
Okay, so I just archived us, so we should be out completely. So he should be good. All right. So we were talking about being able to get like the mental health needs. Did Dr. A leave?
Where'd he go?
I don't know. He probably had.
There's 4. He's no video and he's on mute.
Probably taking a call.
What were you asking about as far as what in PA?
Like, so Gina, one of the things that we were saying was like, when patient goes to get help, the insurance only gives them like 15 minutes with the doctor.
It depends on what kind of insurance they have.
He's got the Medicaid.
Oh, I thought you said something. All right, never mind. Nah.
Yeah.
Why is this dying?
Huh?
No, my phone.
He dipped out. Or he probably has a patient or a call. He works at where he's at right now.
Where is he working?
I'll tell you when we hang. I'll tell you when we hang. So, but he works in mental health as well. So
Wait. I gotta call him right back. I gotta jump back in. I'll be right back.
All right.
So the reason Ashley's not on this call is because Ashley had to go down to the courthouse and file for emergency custody of her children because their father was arrested on Saturday and going into Sunday because of his girlfriend that he has. Came into his home at 6:30 in the morning, started beating the crap out of him, and then proceeded to tell the police that she started chasing him around with a knife. Oh yeah, and the kids were there. So Anthony called 911. She got a call from the Cherry Hill Police Department saying, we're coming to bring your kids to your house. And she's like, well, what happened? And they tell her, she's like, I can come get them. I'm around the corner. They're like, there's no need. Like, we're dropping them off now. So yeah, Ashley's going through it. She had to leave work really early.
Wow.
So she's just like, I left this man.
I'm thinking maybe we should start these a little bit later because it's like dinner time and, people want to come and eat. Like, I literally just got home.
So if you want to do 7 o'clock, we can do 7 o'clock, 7 to 7:30.
What do you think, Doctor?
Yes, 7 o'clock is fine. Or do it, 7 o'clock should be fine.
I think 7 o'clock's great because then I can go to the gym. I got to get these mix shots to work.
I know. So I think let's do it at 7 o'clock, number one, and let's as I was telling Amy, I think let's come up with a lot of topics and we'll write down the topics, and every time we do the meeting, let's have a different topic in place to discuss.
Amy, are you using the same Zoom link over and over again?
Yeah, it's the same link.
Just changing the date. Okay, so then if I were to share it on Facebook, that would be fine. Why don't you do that again?
Yeah.
Because you saw the responses that I got from all those people. They were going to join in.
I have to mute myself. Sorry.
What did he say?
He has to mute himself.
Yeah, because he just got a call. Hang on, because I think I'm getting the same call. Hang on. Ode Owen, where'd it go?
Mom, let me see that charger. The one that looks darker than the other one.
Oh, nice.
The top one. Just just the charger. I need no. Leave it in the wall. Pull the cord up. No. Just hand me the charger. The end piece. No, the darker one. Just pull it. No, the darker one. Yes. I'm such a new here.
Hi, Deb.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she can.
Amy, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
No.
Yes.
Your TV?
I to see a patient. I'll make you the host, okay?
I'm in a meeting.
I'm making you the host, and I'm actually at work right now, so I think we'll do it at 7 o'clock. Is that okay?
Perfect.
7 or next
Huh?
Thursday?
Thursday at 7.
Thursday at 7.
Yeah.
All right. Thursday at 7.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
All right,
Okay.
bye.
I'll talk to you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.